Okay, what we're going over today is how to use a past participle as an adjective. Now we do this in English and we do it in Spanish, and it translates pretty well. They're very close to each other. An example of that, in English we have the verb to bore. Now that's the infinitive, okay? In Spanish it's the verb aburrir. Now in English we can take this verb to bore, we take the past participle of it, which is bored, and then we can use that to describe how we feel, probably in my class. We are bored, okay? Now in Spanish what you do, you take that same verb, you change it into the past participle, and we come up with the verb aburrido, and you've all heard that word before. And again, it just means bored. But the difference here is that aburrido, just like any other adjective, it has to agree with the noun that you're describing. So if you're talking about me, I am bored, I would say I'm aburrida. My wife, sitting in my class, she would say that she is aburrida. Okay, if we have more than one person, aburridos, aburridas, you understand how that goes. Well, let's come over here on this side of the board. Here's one we prepared earlier. And I'm going to show you how to create a past participle in Spanish, okay? First thing, we have an AR verb up here, contaminar. Drop the AR, and then add the letters A-D-O. And the word is contaminado. And contaminado is the adjective then, the past participle adjective form of contaminar. It just means something is contaminated, okay? That's what we do with AR verbs. Drop the AR, add ADO. For dormir, for an IR verb, or an ER verb, the process is the same. We drop the IR and we add EDO, okay? So if we wanted to refer to something that is asleep, we would say that it is dormido. But wait, there's more. What if we're talking about something that is feminine that is asleep? Well, that adjective is going to have to change to agree with the noun it's describing. If we're talking about a bunch of sleeping girls, we'll say that they are dormidas, okay? If we're talking about multiple things that are contaminated, it'll either be contaminados or contaminadas, depending on the gender of the noun that we're talking about. Let me explain how this works. If we're talking the school, la escuela, we're talking that the school is contaminated. We're going to use the verb estar, está, and then because this is feminine, la escuela, we use the feminine form of the past participle adjective, contaminada. Okay? Notice they all end in A. If we're talking about a whole bunch of schools being contaminated, well, just add S's. Las escuelas están contaminadas. And that way, this adjective will agree with the noun that we're describing. Okay? Now, life would not be life without exceptions to the rules. And here are a few verbs that have irregular past participles. We have hacer, meaning to do or to make. So if we wanted to say something like something is done or something has been made, we would say hecho. Or if it's feminine, hecha. Abrir, to open. If we wanted to talk about the door is open. La puerta está abierta. The feminine form of this. Romper is roto. So if you're trying to say that Mason's head is broken, we would say la cabeza de Mason está rota. Feminine singular, okay? And morir, to die. If we're talking about something that is dead, we would refer to them as muerto. Okay? So this is the basic idea. Again, these are past participle adjectives. We get them from taking the infinitive, dropping the AR, the ER, the IR, adding ADO or IDO, and then making them agree with the nouns that they're describing. We might have to change the O to an A or the O to an OS or something like that. Okay? And the idea is we're using these, I don't know, just because we do it in English and Spanish. So, that's it. Thank you much.